What's going on, Vagabond Builds? Just out here enjoying this freezing weather. Gonna do a review for you guys on this 2022 RDX Acura A Spec package. Before we start, special shout out to Neil Acura here at Roseville, California at the Roseville Auto Mall. And please, if I'm out here freezing my rear end off, please like and subscribe to my channel. We're gonna be doing the exterior of the car, interior, specs on the car, and some differences between the last model and this model. Please stay tuned. Let's go. So on this new 2022, something different on this front end from the 2021 is this bezel cut here that adds a little bit of aesthetic to the front bumper. Now the old one on the 2021 has a cut here coming into this area, but what they did is they gave it a simple face look. Looks great, more sporty, more aggressive. The headlight here is what they call the jewel eye headlights, full LED system here, along with this fog light here on the bottom. Now you do have your little trim here that comes in this gloss black, along with this trim here coming in this gloss black. And of course, Acura lets you know by this grille, forwarding it over to this A, letting you know that it is an Acura. So they take a lot of pride in their product. So also coming here to the bumper sensor system going across this front end. Now something different from the 2021 to the 2022. If you pay attention, you'll see that on this lower grille cutout, you have a slightly different shape to it. But if you're not paying attention, you might not even notice it. So coming over to the side, taking a look at these beautiful 20-inch alloy rims that Acura puts on their A-Spec package, has that gunmetal gray polish look. Beautiful rim, kind of letting you know, hey, you have the 20s for the higher speeds, the more sportier car. Acura does put the A-Spec badge here on this fender, letting you know that it has the A-Spec package. Now, you do have the heated side mirrors with the markers integrated into the mirrors. You have a matte black trim to this, different from this high gloss trim on here. Now, two different blacks. You got the glossy, and then you have the matte here also on this lower trim panel. You do have the gloss black here around the windows. Gives it more of a midnight look that Acura wanted this A-Spec to have. Now these trims here are the matte look, so they kind of threw it off, giving the car a little bit of different aspect. Full panoramic glass sunroof with tilt and slide back option. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I can't get enough of these panoramic sunroofs. Now on the rear end of this vehicle, if you're familiar with the 2021 models and the 2022, so not much is different. Everything's about the same. You do have the gloss black diffuser along with the matte black trim. Cuts in the rear end, making it more of an aggressive and sportier look. Your full LED headlights, beautiful option to have, along with your black gloss trim, tinted rear window. Now let's go on over into the inside of this car. By the push of a button, you have an electric tailgate. Beautiful opening. And now this is the trunk to the A-Spec RDX. Now remember, it is a compact SUV, so you're not going to have the room you do have in a full-size SUV such as the MDX. A little bit about the trunk space. You have your carpeted mat with a little personal belongings cubby here. By the push and lift of this lever, you have some more storage space back here. Now if you push this mat back just like that, let it fall over, you have a handle here, and you can pull this up just like that. It clips in, and you have more storage space along with your tire things that just in case you maybe pop your tire or you need some fill gel or something, along with your tire inflator machine. Let's put that back. Now it's going to click in just like that. Pull it back over. And another beautiful thing that I do like about Acura and the option that it gives to push down those back seats are some very convenient handles right here. Now, as you pull these handles, it falls back as if someone already had given it a push. Beautiful option. Let's do the other side. Now, you don't even have to touch it. They automatically just get pushed over. And now you can literally sleep back here if you'd like. Now come on over to the interior on the back end of this car. Let's go. Okay, now we have to push these seats up just like that. Manually. Now, something that is beautiful on this A-Spec is the specific A-Spec package with this red beautiful leather and the suede cut in, giving it a beautiful look, rich feel, sporty feel, I say. Throws off with a little bit of black stitching here also, giving it more of a rich aspect look. Now, car seats can go here, and they just tie in to the back of these seats. These are Velcroed. Just yanking them off, and you connect here. Very convenient option, I say. Some people have the caps. You got to pull them off and put them back on. People lose the caps. This right here, you won't lose. Very great option to have. Let's just Velcro that back on. All right. Now you do have the center rest. Very simple, to the point. Beautiful cup holders. Nice depth to them so your cups don't topple over. Red suede on this back end here. So when you do put this center rest down, you do have that red suede here. Very beautiful. Now sitting in the car, for a compact SUV, I would say this has a lot of space. Now I'm about 6 feet 2 inches. You have space at the knees if you want to lean down. The angle on the back seats, unfortunately, you can't put this back side down to recline, but for kind of a in-place angle, it's pretty comfortable, I would say. Very comfortable seats, LED light here for your night reading light, speaker system here, along with your snap handle. And then you look at the door panels. Beautiful door panels with your black suede inserts, red stitching on that suede insert, but also the red leather with the black stitching, throwing it off, giving it a beautiful aspect of the car. Let's go on over to the center console. You have your USB-C hookups. Now, something that I would have wished to see is also a regular USB, the older, since they're doing the switch over right now. And you have your personal belongings pocket, kind of giving it an airplane feel on this back pocket. Control your airflow through these two ventilators, which is pretty basic on this rear of the center console. Now let's go over to the front. Now being on the front side of this interior, first thing I notice on a freezing day are the beautiful heated seats. Gosh, my bum is now warming up. Beautiful feel. Now looking at this door panel, kind of same aspect from the rear door panel, just a little bit bigger with this matte silver huge speaker cap, having the ELS Studio 3D audio system that Acura provides for these lines of cars. You have your two sets for your memory seating, whether your husband or the wife or the kid wants to drive the car, whoever it may be. Have your typical control panel to your side mirrors and your windows here, along with your locking system. Matte silver handle, a little bit of textured panel here, giving it kind of a nice different look per se. Kind of different, but I know Acura is known for this, giving it a little bit of more look to the car. Now, you do on this seat, which is a great option to have, is the 12-way seating control system on these seats. Some full-size SUVs today don't have 12 ways to adjust this seat. So if you're not feeling like you want to stand up straight, you lean back and 12 different ways. I don't know what you want to do. You do it because you have the option. Beautiful stitched leather with the red going around, sporty. Now this is different from the regular base models, is the A Spec steering, having a sport steering wheel, making it more of a sporty feel as you're driving the car. Front of the cluster looks the same. You have your manual tachometers. You have the mid-digital system. The truck letting you know if the doors are open, and per se, all these things of starting the car and so much more. As if we all know, the heating and the fuel and the lights being on and all these things. You have your manual wheels of changing channels here and turning up the volume, along with your cruise control set here. Also with voice recognition here, controlling the navigation on this car. Beautiful option to have. Something that makes this car look a little bit more rich, a little bit more delicate, as also aggressive at the same time, is this black gloss centerpiece. Now this can be a little bit of high maintenance here, because as soon as you touch it, if you have oily fingers, you can see that the oil sits upon this gloss trim panel. That, to me, I'm not a big fan of this trim panel, but hey, does give it a nice classy look to it. Fan of another thing is the buttons in changing from parking to reverse to neutral to drive with a touch sensitive panel that you can control this screen here. So literally one finger and you can control where you want to go on the front side of this screen, along with home button and back button to control. You do have a 16 speaker system here, a lot of speakers for great premium sound, along with the subwoofer in this car. Great, has more speakers than your average full-size SUV, which is pretty awesome and amazing for Acura to do something like that. Also, the gloss trim pieces around the vents, and you have the black suede insert with the red stitching and this texture look-like trim kind of throwing off the look that Acura does a lot in different cars. Look at this stitching, guys. Just great stitching in the seat. Now, the white on red, I'm a big fan of. I know a whole lot of others are also. If you can get this color, gosh, great, great, great color to have. I love this color. Now, coming over to the finishing of the center console, you do have a regular USB here to plug in, not a USB-C. And then you have your phone pad charging system here on the lower part. So in a way, it's kind of good, so you're not thrown off. If you put your phone to charge, you're not thrown off as you're driving. Very great option to have that a lot of people are putting in their newer cars with your 12-volt outlet system. Slide that cap over, having the same look that you do on the trims you have on top of this slide-out cap. And then coming over, now this is kind of small here. I wish they would have made it a little bit bigger, where Acura would have made a bigger cubby for your personal belongings, but hey, it's all opinion. Great feel on the open and close on this lid with your leather and black stitching cap cover. Great look. All right, guys, now coming over to this panoramic glass. By the push of a button, as you know, like in every other car, you can tilt it up or push the full panoramic glass back, along with your reading lights here and your sunglass holder here. Pretty straightforward, simple, and to the point. Now that we're done with this interior, let's give some specs on the motor of this car. Now a little bit about the specifications on this car and the motor. It does come with a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder VTEC motor turbo, being a little bit eco-friendly and helping the gas mileage out with 22 city and 28 highway. You do have a 10-speed automatic transmission in this. You do have the paddle option if you want to drive in a sportier feel. Now these do come in an option of all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. My best advice to anyone would be get the all-wheel drive because you're never going to regret it. All right, and we are done with the review on this 2022 Acura RDX A Spec edition. Now, thank you so much again for watching Vagabond Builds and being here on our channel. Please, again, remind yourself to like and subscribe. We out of here because it is straight freezing.